Hi everyone, in this video let us read the lesson on where there is a will there is a way. It is a proverb that is used to say that if someone has a desire and determination to do something, he or she can find a method for accomplishing it. In short, where there is a will there is a way teaches us a great deal about hard work and fortitude. If all of us follow this saying in our lives and make it our motto, nothing can stop us. It will make us better human beings and successful in life. And that's what we are going to read some of the personalities in this lesson. Find out the sports and games shown in the pictures. We have cricket, badminton, kabaddi, chess, golf, and weightlifting are shown in these pictures. Now tell the names of the persons in the above pictures. Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni, PV Sindhu, Rahul Chaudhary, Koneru Hampi, Nick and Karna Malleshwari we find in these pictures. Now which picture depicts a sports person different from the others? We have fifth picture depicts a sports person different from the others. Now, do you know any other persons with special abilities who have done great things in their lives? Yes, we have Mariyappan Thangavelu. He is an Indian Paralympic high jumper. He won the gold medal in the men's high jump in 2016 at the Rio de Janeiro Paralympics, Brazil. Sudha Chandran, she is a famous actor and Bharatanatyam dancer. Despite losing her leg in an accident during her childhood, did a great thing in her life. Well, in this video we are going to read about Wilma Rudolph and Raffer Johnson, who were actually differently abled people. No one is born great. One becomes great by his or her deeds, willpower, patience, and perseverance. These qualities help a person overcome the weakness and barriers to achieve goals. Here are two stories of athletes who achieved their best in spite of their physical challenges. Well, previously, as I have said, that we would be reading about two great personalities who were actually differently abled people. That's Wilma Rudolph and Raffer Johnson. Now, what do you understand by no one is born great? By birth, nobody is great. One becomes great by his or her deeds, actions, willpower, patience, and perseverance. Now, what do we understand by perseverance? It's a continued effort to do or achieve something. Now, these qualities help a person overcome weaknesses and barriers. Now, what do we understand by barrier? A circumstance or obstacle that keeps you away. Now, what makes a person great? The willpower, patience, and perseverance. And these are the qualities that help to overcome our weaknesses and barriers to achieve our goals. So here we are going to read about two stories of athletes who achieved their best in spite of their physical challenges. So far we have seen athletes who were, physically fit, but the speciality of these two people were actually, they were, physically challenged. Now we would say differently abled people. The 1992 Olympics had put Barcelona on the map of the world. Normally, thousands of athletes take part in the games. Why do so many countries send their teams to the Olympics? It is because the Olympics is one of the world's biggest sports events. It is an honor for any country to send their athletes to take part in the Olympic Games. It is not a success or a failure that counts. What matters is the participation in the event. Well, you might have understood. The year 1992 Olympics had put Barcelona on the map of the world. Now, where is Barcelona? Barcelona is the capital city of the autonomous community of Catalonia in Spain. And normally, thousands of athletes take part in the games. And what is the speciality of this Olympics? Why do many countries send their teams to the Olympics? It's because it's a great honor. And Olympics is one of the world's biggest sports event. And countries take their um, honor by sending their athletes to take part in the Olympics. It's not matter of success or failure that counts, but it is a matter of participation in the event. The players put in their best efforts to win, but a few among such good players have become victims of accidents. A few others have been victims of diseases. They are eager to show that they are champions in their own fields. One such champion was Wilma Rudolph of the USA. She is popularly known as Black Gazelle. She had the speed and the grace of a deer. So, whenever we participate in any event, we put our best and we prove that we are good at it. Okay, so the players put their effort to win, and but few such good players have become the victims of accidents. Now, what do we understand by victims? A person harmed or injured or killed as a result of crime or accident, and here it is by participating, or you might have watched or you might have seen in sometimes while playing games or sports. Sometimes maybe players are injured, sometimes even players you know have become the victims of great tragedy of losing even their life. So they are eager to show that they are champions in their own fields. We have different sports events and games. So one such champion was Wilma Rudolph of the USA, and she was popularly known as Black Gazelle, and she had the speed and the grace of a deer. Wilma belonged to a large Afro American family. In fact, she was the 14th child and was very weak when she was born. At the age of 4, she had an attack of polio and was in bed for 2 long years. The doctors recommended regular massage to get her left leg back to normal. Each member in her family spent some time massaging her leg. In course of time, she was able to walk. She, however, needed special shoes. As her legs became a little stronger, she began to run about and play. She said, "I can run fast and I will participate in Olympics." At no time did she feel that she was physically handicapped. As years passed, she improved in her health and grew stronger enough to play basketball for school. She was always cheerful and active and was full of hope that she would one day be a great player. So, as I have said that in today's video or in the lesson, we are going to read about two great personalities who are actually differently abled people. One such person is Wilma Rudolph, who was actually an Afro-American family. She belongs to Afro-American family, and she was the 14th child and was very weak when she was born. And at the age of 4, she had an attack of polio, and she was in bed for 2 long years. And the doctors recommended, to give regular massage to get her leg back to normal. So each member of the family spent some time in massaging her leg, and in course of time she was able to walk. But however, she was in need of special shoes. As her legs became a little stronger and she began to run about and she started to play. And she said to herself, "I can run fast and I will participate in Olympics." And no time did she feel that she was physically handicapped. As years passed, she improved her health, grew stronger enough to play basketball for school, and she was always cheerful and active. And she had a lot of hope that one day she would become a great player. A trainer of athletes happened to meet her one day. He saw that she was a talented girl and could become a sprinter. She took regular lessons from this coach, and the lessons helped her join the American Olympic team that went to Melbourne. In the next Olympics in Rome, she became a superstar and won the 3 gold medals. She smiled and said, I ran fast because mine is a large family and I need to get to the dining table first. So, a trainer realized and recognized that Wilma Rudolph was a talented girl and she could become a sprinter. The meaning of sprinter is a person who runs and swims very fast over a short distance in race. So Wilma Rudolph took regular lessons from this coach and finally joined American Olympics and went to Melbourne, and in the next Olympics in Rome she became superstar and she won 3 gold medals. So this is all about Wilma Rudolph, who was actually a differently abled girl but finally became the superstar and won 3 gold medals for herself. It was all because of her perseverance, her willpower, and confidence. That's what we have read in the beginning of the lesson. What are the qualities that help us to overcome our weaknesses? It's all because of her willpower, confidence, and persistence that made her to win or get 3 gold medals. Another champion who suffered a lot as a boy was Rafer Johnson. He was only 12 when his left leg was badly crushed in a machine. The front of one of the toes was hanging out as though it would fall off. The surgeon who treated him feared that the entire leg might have to be cut off. Rafer was upset. All the time he was in bed and prayed to God for his mercy. He grew better day by day, and the surgeon could finally save his leg, but it did not heal completely. So, another champion that we are going to discuss is Rafer Johnson. Actually, he suffered a lot as a boy. When he was 12 years old, his left leg was badly crushed in a machine, and one of the toes was hanging out as if it was going to fall. And the surgeon who treated him thought that, he feared that the entire leg might have to be cut off. So Rafer was very much upset and he was praying to God for God's mercy for his life. Now the mercy is act of forgiving or not punishing someone. So he was praying to God not to punish him. And he grew better day by day, and the surgeon could finally save his leg, but it did not get healed completely. Rafer's interest in sports was so strong that he did not worry about his weak leg. He often had difficulty in wearing spiked shoes, but this did not stop him from having regular practice. He worked hard day and night and was finally selected for the Olympic. He took part in the decathlon and won the first place. He was called the greatest all-round athlete in the world. So Rafer's interest in sports was so strong that he did not even worry about his leg, and he often had a difficulty in wearing spiked shoes, but he did not stop him from having regular practice. He worked hard day and night and finally he was selected for the Olympics. He took part and finally he was called the greatest all-round athlete in the world. He won the first place in the Olympics. Both these champions had their dreams. They set themselves their goals to achieve their dreams. They worked with the will to reach their goals. At last, their dreams came true and they became world famous athletes. Both Wilma Rudolph and Rafer Johnson had their dreams. They just did not dream, but they worked. They had willpower, they had a great perseverance to achieve their goals, to achieve their dreams. They worked for it and finally they reached it. So finally they became the world's famous athletes. No one becomes great by birth, One becomes great only by his or her deeds, willpower, patience, and perseverance. And that's what we see in these two personalities, Wilma Rudolph and Raffer Johnson. Well, I believe you have understood this. See you in the next video.